What you gonna be doing?
I don't know, but I just know I'm gonna watch that concert for free. I'm not gonna pay them prices.
Alright, I'm muting you, bees.
Khary's crib.
Khary's crib. Welcome to the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, sometimes like a showcase. Khary's crib.
Khary's crib.
Khari's crib.
What's good and Tim, pretty people? Tuesday evening. My name is Khary. This is my crib. And I invite you into my home for another evening of the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and every now and then like a showcase. We have another dope show for you tonight. Diddy's homes was raided by Homeland Security, and the internet is going crazy. We'll talk about it. A bridge in Baltimore was struck by a ship and collapsed. Made me call my daughter first thing this morning, make sure she was all good, and she was all good. We'll talk about it. The Freaknik Doc dropped, and you know what I did not see? I'll give you a little hint. It rhymes with cities. We'll get into it. Is DEI the new N-word? It's starting to look like it. We'll get into this, that, and a bunch more. I'm joined by the homie Bees Buddha, the beautiful and funny Trish. What's up to all my house guests in the chat? I hope everybody is doing good. Phone lines are open, 813-559-3339. How is everybody doing tonight? What is good with y'all? What's popping, everybody? What's good, Bees? What's good, Trish? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Good. Yeah, we live. It's Tuesday. You know what's popping with you, Bees? Happy birthday to Bees Buddha. It's a real nigga birthday today. How's
Real
it going?
niggas.
How's it going, brother? How your birthday been?
94.
49.
Really?
You almost at the half century mark, man. You almost at the half century mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. That's a fact. Fact. Mhm. Yeah, I actually saw a story today that's like, oh my God, that's crazy. Woman and a man, high school sweethearts, got married at like 21, 22. Guy got into an accident shortly afterwards. Got T-boned, was in a coma for a while. Got out the coma, paralyzed, brain's not working properly, has amnesia, can only remember things for like at a short period of time, for a while, at a moment, you know, maybe like might remember the last hour, then forget, you know, married and shit. Woman ended up divorcing him, you know, right? But her and her new husband is still taking care of him and their
Mm.
kids, you know, you know. So, you know, she's holding it down, but it's like I was when I read that, I was like, you know what? Thank God he has amnesia where he don't remember shit like that, you know, because he can't really communicate like that. But if he could remember everything, that might be some tormentful type of shit. You know what I'm saying? The woman you loved and married, and now she got another nigga right there with her, and you just
I
looking
mean,
at
that's probably why she divorced him, because he probably, if he didn't remember her, it's almost like that relationship just isn't there anymore.
right. He doesn't remember her, but he recognizes her. They said that's the only face that they recognize, you know. But not to make this shit all sad and shit. Finish what you were saying, Bees. Finish what you were saying. You know, she could get mad. It's not bad. They could get mad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Fact. It's a fact.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That I've came across in this life, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be who I was if I haven't came across some of you. You get what I'm saying? That's just what it is. People shape and mold things. In Khary, I'm thankful for you. You feel what I'm saying? All the years of friendship and everything, brother. Like for real, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love you like you came out my mom's womb, my dude. For real, you heard?
Brothers from another, my B.
Word.
You know what I mean? Bro, but I'm glad you had a good birthday going on today, man.
Oh yeah, golf.
Gotta,
played some golf today.
You got yourself a little party on Wednesday too, right? You got yourself a party tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Then tomorrow at the junk bar, you know what I'm saying? Gonna be some titties and ass shaking, you know.
That's what's up. Sound like it's gonna be a nice week. Sound like it's gonna be a really nice.
It ain't done. I'm going to Sunday. I go back to work Monday. We going to Sunday. Shit.
Oh, you off this week? You took the week off?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's fun.
Now how's the weather?
I mean?
Is it a good weather for your birthday?
The weather's been yes, because today I did the golf shit, but I mean, I must admit, Top Golf, whoever makes the heat lamps or whatever it is at Top Golf that provides heat in that area, that is real. That is real. Yo, fam, it warmed up my sweater.
Uh-huh.
You don't understand. Like, I put my heat on the seat and it warmed up my sweater. These are heat lamps.
Oh, they made you like Golden Corral chicken.
Yo, when you sat down on the couch, like the couch was warm. Like if you was cold or something, like you wasn't cold when you sat down on that couch.
Oh. Yeah, you got to do shit like that in New York. Gots to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I would appreciate the opposite in Florida during the summer. If it was like a couch with a bunch of ice packs in it.
Yeah. That's why I don't go to the beach too much. It'd be too goddamn hot.
That's an idea. Trish, that's an idea. You better hold on to that.
Let me go find me a carpenter. I'm about to make it happen. Jesus.
Oh, man. But you know what? Let's go ahead and jump right into it, y'all. Let's go jump right into it. We'll start out with the crazy, the way the week started. Crazy for somebody named Sean Combs, that is. You know, the Department of Homeland Security raided a number of Diddy's homes in both Miami, Los Angeles, and I forget where else. There was a third one, I believe, as well. They raided the homes. They pulled out whoever was in there, detained them. They pulled out. We saw two of his kids, you know, Justin and Christian, I believe. They got pulled out the homes, put in handcuffs, sat down, which I personally think this was all for a show for that part, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people been having speculation on this is because of sexual sex trafficking. For sex trafficking,
Mm-hmm.
They believe that's why these why Homeland Security raided. That's the speculation. Though Homeland Security just said they just issued a warrant for a raid from New York for these three places, and they executed the warrants, but they didn't say exactly what. But everybody's speculating. Everybody's saying Diddy's going down. There was reports that Diddy sold off his shares of Revolt. People initially thought Diddy was trying to run because they saw his plane flying to Antigua. Turns out he wasn't on the plane. He was actually in Miami. There was some video that surfaced from him later pacing back and forth at a Miami airport. Reports also said that the feds did talk to him and confiscated some of his electrical devices. So it's interesting. Interesting where this is going to go, because the feds raided. They got some type of information, but being that they raided, they don't have enough information. Because if they had enough information, they would have arrested him. So they're looking to gather evidence with this raid. So, what's your thoughts?
I saw somewhere that people thought that plane that flew out was just a plane full of evidence from that particular home. And so that's what they loaded up on that plane and flew it out.
Yeah, I saw some people speculate that too. Though it's all speculation. It's just people just coming up with shit out their head, you know?
Yeah.
Which is something else I want to talk about too a little later. We'll talk about later.
But I'm happy that my favorite member of that family, Quincy, was nowhere to be involved. I am so happy about that. I was like,
You sound like Yo Gotti talking about Angela Simmons right now. You sound like only thing she need in the background is going down in the DM. It's going down in the DM.
Listen, I just got to make sure. Was Quincy in it? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, get him again.
I've been saying though, the Diddy been a sleaze bucket. I told you it was only a matter of time before this was gonna start going down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what's so crazy? Before everybody like, yeah, Diddy from Harlem, this and that, da, 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 da. Ever since all this went down, now he from Mount Vernon. This. It cracked me up, yo. Nobody want to never take ownership of somebody when they doing wrong.
Now, why do you say he's a sleaze bucket?
But yo, fam, come on, man. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, majority of the big wig industry dudes, they all sleaze buckets. You know what I'm saying? Black, white, whatever. Music business, they all sleaze buckets. They all doing something nasty. Just what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for, like I said, I'm waiting for the Trey Songz story. I'm waiting for some more stories. You know, there's so many stories. You know what I mean?
So you kind of feel like anybody successful is a sleaze bucket.
I think no.
No, I don't think they all sleaze buckets, but I feel like there's a group. I feel like it's a group where they all congregate and hang around each other. You know what I'm saying? Because sleaze buckets do sleaze bucket shit together. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like because in order for it to get out and spread, you gotta have fellow members and stuff like that. You know what I mean? This, you know, one person, you know, can try to start a movement, but it takes followers to spread a movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen people saying that they think Diddy was just the face of the operation. He's not the person at the top. And so they're just going to use Diddy as the fall guy so that the people at the top don't have to deal with anything. Also, I did just look up an NBC News article. Yeah. And I did just look at an NBC News article. They weren't just looking for stuff in relation to the sex trafficking and sexual assault. Apparently, the 3 people that they interviewed in relation to the case, I guess they had confirmed or told them that there was also illegal narcotics, firearms, solicitation and distribution of the narcotics and firearms. So I kind of understand why Homeland Security would be involved, because if this is a huge operation involving all 3 of those things, sex trafficking, drugs, guns, that's a pretty big operation happening on U.S. territory. You know? There has to be a lot of people involved in that. He can't be the person at the top.
It was just all speculation.
Yeah, I think you know.
That's the thing that
it's all
bothers
speculation. I
me.
think that's what the saying take that comes from. I think you know, I think take that. And I think somebody did that to him first. And then, but I know, I definitely think, I don't think Diddy's the giver. I think he's all around. That's just my personal opinion. That's like Luke Skywalker said, and he's in that industry. You ain't a real man until you bisexual. So
What? He said that?
Yeah. Luke, don't stop. Get it. Yes, he said that.
When did he say that?
You ain't a real man till you
He said that on what was on his. You know when he used to have that. You know when he used to have that freaky show.
What?
And then he used to have a show like it was like a late night joint.
Luke's Peep Show. That's what you talking about.
I want to say it was on YouTube. Yes, Luke's Peep Show. Yes. And on that show, he made a statement. He said, "You are not a real man until you are bisexual."
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a bisexual. I just don't understand the equivalency.
Right.
I mean, I don't understand the concept. Yeah, I don't understand the concept.
Yeah, I would have to see that whole. I would have to see
to each his own.
Because I kind of feel like you kind of saying that out of context. I might think.
Well, you know what? I could see what he might have meant.
I don't know. Well, I won't know what it is to be a real man in the contents I took it.
I think I kind of see what he means by that because
I'll never know what it is to be a real man.
A lot of times, any sort of sexual abuse or sexual assault, any sort of rape, that is powered by that the real desire behind that is powered, not actual sexual gratification. And in times of war, men have been shown to rape other men to prove their dominance, to assert their power and authority over them. So I guess if you're looking at it as I'm dominating, huh?
Or he could have just been talking about paying for pussy.
Because you have to kill me after that. You have to kill me after that.
I'm sure they would still defile your corpse. I'm sure they would still defile your corpse and would not care. They'd be like, yeah, now he's really taking it. Because people are sick in times of war. So
listen. I'll be a dead raped nigga. I'm not gonna be a live fish. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be a live fish, all right? Squirming. I'm not gonna be that, you know what I'm saying? Like Cat Williams said, David, I'm a boy. You know what I'm saying? David said, I like my fishes wet and screaming. I'm not gonna be the wet and screaming piece of fish, yo. I'm gonna be the dead fish, yo. Because that's how it's good. You're gonna have to, yo.
Yeah, I definitely
There's gonna be a fight. There's gonna be a fight, yo.
Yeah.
You have to snap my neck because that's how it's going.
Yeah, with this whole Diddy shit.
All I can do is hit you with this finger. Like that's what I'm gonna be doing till this is done because you're getting a fight till then. you know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit.
This whole Diddy shit, it just kind of just reinforced to me how much the media and social media plays into people's opinions. A couple years ago, everybody that's now slamming him was celebrating him. Right now, everything is speculation. No evidence about anything has been released about nothing. Everything is speculation. There's people coming out now saying Jay-Z's next. People are already calling Jay-Z a pedo. And mad people are running with it. You know why? Because somebody tweeted it and one or two people agreed.
Well, to be fair, Beehive fans have never liked Jay-Z. And have always tried to make that man sound like a pedo. Because I see it all the time where they'll bring up how weird it is that he was 30 dating this 20-year-old.
I mean, but allegedly Foxy Brown says, he violated her. So,
And she was 17, wasn't she, when he allegedly did that? So, yeah, people have reasons to say those things. I'm not saying they're true or not. I'm just saying people have reasons to say those things. And also, the
Zero.
Homeland Security don't just raid everybody's houses.
No, they don't. They don't. No, they don't.
Yeah. So I feel like, yeah, I would change my opinion too. If I used to be a Diddy fan, and then I found out Homeland Security raided, I'd be like, damn, I can't be no fan no more. I gotta hang it
Why
up.
not? Why not?
Why would I support somebody that seems like they may not have been sex trafficking people and doing all other kinds of shit that violates people?
But what if he wasn't actually doing the sex
If he
trafficking?
wasn't, that's fine.
Well, no, hold up. But what if somebody say nah? And listen, I don't like Diddy for some other shit. You get what I'm saying? But what if somebody? But I tend to try to be fair, a fair person. No matter who the fuck it is. But what if somebody's really just trying to set him up on some bullshit? You know what I'm saying?
That could be the case, but I don't have to be a fan of you. It doesn't mean I have to bash you, but I also don't have to be a fan of you. I can put my interest in you on pause until I see how it plays out. Because I would hate to keep bumping your music and then I get to the end and they were like, he did do it. And now I'm going to feel guilty about supporting you.
I'll tell you what. I won't listen to R. Kelly. But regardless of the outcome of Diddy, I'ma still listen to Diddy music. And you know why? Because Diddy ain't write shit. These ain't his personal experiences that he's rapping and shit like that. R. Kelly, those are his personal experiences and feelings. So that's why I can't fuck with R. Kelly music. But regardless of the outcome, if the outcome comes out that Diddy did some crazy shit, I'm still gonna be listening to Diddy music.
I'll be honest, I don't listen to Diddy music like that anyways. So I probably wouldn't listen to it.
No, that's just me though. But that's
I get what you mean though.
That's why I see those are the differences between an R. Kelly and a Diddy. Now, if Diddy wrote all his shit and all his shit was like, come here, bitch, let me fuck you. Come here, bitch, let me fuck you. Then you know what? I'm gonna be like, yeah, I can't listen to it.
Nah.
R. Kelly shit is, come here, bitch, let me fuck you. Not in those exact words, but that's the kind of.
And he was talking about children the whole time.
Right. And that's what really makes it uncomfortable for me. Like feeling on your booty does not play the same around me anymore.
How do you feel about artists like Marvin Gaye that were entertaining high schoolers?
Marvin Gaye was gay.
But he was also entertaining a high schooler. He still had a relationship with that girl.
Well, did he really like her though?
He moved her into the apartment and was cheating on his wife with her.
Yeah. I'll say this. This is what I'll say. This is what I'll say. It was a different time. It was a different time.
It's still foul.
It was a different time.
I guess.
In that time, there was motherfuckers throwing their daughters at you at a certain age. Also at that time, the legal age was a lot different in a lot of states. Some states it was as low as 12 years old.
That's so gross.
It is, but
you're wrong.
Motherfuckers love to say, hey, legally, But also, there really wasn't, I guess the only thing that kind of defined an adult back then was when you can go into the military.
She could not.
Right. But there wasn't anything else really that said, hey, boom. It was rather, are her parents tripping? If her parents ain't tripping, okay.
True. That makes it even sadder.
But that was that time. Times are different now.
Ew.
So it's like, can you look at him as being disgusting when nobody in that time looked at it as being disgusting?
I mean, there are definitely still people in every time period that have always called out something that may have been the norm, and we're like, I don't think we should be doing this. You know?
But if two people say it out of the majority of, if the small minority say, you know what, that might not be right. Can you say people in that time was creepy? Because that's what the law was then, or that's the way the world was then.
Ew. Could never be me. I can't be looking at no
As much as
high schooler.
as much as we hate slavery, there was people with slaves that just had slaves because that was the time.
Yeah, but there's still people, abolitionists, that
Right.
were like, we should not
There
be
was
doing
also-
this.
Okay, now there was very few of them. There was very, very few of them that treated their slaves with dignity. You know? But that wasn't the time to, that was, those times, that wasn't the thing to do, but there was very few of them. But some people didn't like it, but they still had them because that was the times. And then when shit changed, they was like, oh, I'm glad we ain't doing that no more. But they still did it. And people didn't look at them as crazy because that's how shit was. When motherfuckers used to get sacrificed for the gods and thrown into volcanoes.
See, and I feel like
That was the times.
I think of those experiences. Do you think you could have been cool with that, Khary, if you woke up and used another time period and they're like, hey, we about to go throw this village girl. She just turned 13 and had her first period, and she's a virgin. We got to go throw her somewhere in the lake.
Now, you know what's so crazy though is
not with today's knowledge. Maybe with that knowledge back then, might have been okay with it.
Like it's crazy how like back in the days, depending on who you was, some of like that underage and pedophilia type shit was okay.
Yeah, I'm
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Can't go
Perfect
back.
example. 13. His cousin was like 13. Elvis himself. One of his joints was like 15 or something like that.
14.
Priscilla,
14.
Right?
Yeah.
Nah, I thought Priscilla was his daughter.
No, Priscilla is his wife. Lisa is his daughter.
That's the one that married Michael, right?
Yeah, Lisa's the one that married Michael.
Okay. Well, yeah, Priscilla. Priscilla was young as shit. Woody Allen, he adopted and then groomed and then married.
People definitely thought that was weird. They just didn't care enough to stop it.
No, people thought it was weird. Wait, people thought it was weird. People thought it was strange. There just wasn't anything legally that could be done. There was nothing he did against the law. But that did make people stop fucking with him. He didn't
go to jail. Well, I mean, you say it's not against law, but it's not like he was denied access to certain Hollywood spaces.
He's not in Hollywood. He doesn't make movies no more.
Yeah.
He stopped making movies. People stopped fucking with him.
Yeah. And you know what? Now that you brought up the adoption thing, that is a common thing that they used to do, was that they would take in these teenage girls as their charges. Like Elvis Presley, he was her legal guardian before he was her husband. Convinced the parents to sign her over to him.
Now,
where do you think R. Kelly learned that shit from?
Did he convince the parents?
Or did he pay the parents?
Convince them.
Or did the parents say, you know what? Hey. Parents might have been like, you know what? Here goes a good opportunity.
Love me.
I think their only condition was that they wanted her to stay.
Love me true.
I don't know. But
you know, I don't know. Times was shit is weird. Times was different. You know,
creepy, gross, and weird.
Yo, you know? that is like one of the weirdest times of entertainment in life. If you really think about all that went on in that time with entertainment in itself. You get what I'm saying?
When I was in 5th, 6th grade, I could walk through the hallways of my school saying the R word and nobody would say nothing.
That's crazy.
No, it was the time. There was nothing wrong with that word. That word described something. That was a medically used word.
I almost got suspended because I was in a conversation with someone else that said gay, and I almost got suspended. And I didn't even. I was so confused. I was like 9.
And you thought it meant happy. You just thought it meant happy.
No, I knew it meant. I knew both definitions.
Why would they suspend you for using the word gay?
Because I don't know. They were homophobic. I don't know. Like, we were in a conversation. It was like me and one other student. His name was Dorian. That was that little short nigga's name. Dorian. So,
that's a little short, nigga.
but like, we were arguing about something because our third grade teacher had stopped by the classroom. The rest of the students and our teacher was in the classroom next over because we were finishing up an assignment, and then if we finished, we'd go to the classroom next over. But our third grade teacher had stopped by to say, "Oh, hey guys, how's it going?" And like, he was my favorite teacher, so I was like, oh, so excited. I was like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Daniels," and then Dorian was like, "Ooh, you like Mr. Daniels?" And I said, "No, you like Mr. Daniels." And then he was like, "I'm not gay." And this other girl, Karan, was like, "Ooh, you said gay? I'm gonna tell the teacher." And then they went to a teacher, and then the vice principal.
Stop. Stop. It got serious.
Yeah, the vice principal got involved, pulled me into her office.
He said he's not gay?
Yeah, just for saying I'm not gay. Called me into the office, called my mom off of work.
Black parent off of work.
Yeah, to come in his office. And my mom was confused, like, what the fuck? And then she was like, they were like, it was a very serious incident happened today. You know, luckily your daughter is a good student, and we're going to try to overlook this, but we really considered suspending her for the language use. And my mom was like, what language use? And then they had to explain, like, I didn't even say it. I was just in the conversation where it was said. Yeah, those are the times.
Yeah,
yeah,
those were the times. You know, but shit. Before we move on, a lot of times when people look at stories and look at news and shit and follow up on stories, they're looking for something in that story to validate the way they feel about that story. Me, I look for what's valid about what's being said. What's the truth? I don't look for what's being said. I look for what's the validity of what's being said. You know, you can tell me everything you want, but I ain't gonna believe it until you show me some fucking proof. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I kind of move, especially with the news and shit like that. As an example, I was looking at fucking Spiritual World, you know? They made a post. The post had the statement of what Homeland Security's posted, Homeland Security statement with the Diddy shit, and then they posted their headline for what happened with the Diddy shit. No, but what Homeland said. Homeland pretty much said, hey, we executed a raid based off of these warrants from New York, and pretty much that was it. We executed a raid. Spiritual World's headline, Homeland Security released a statement. They executed a raid on Diddy's houses for sexual for sex trafficking.
Yeah, definitely misleading because all it was inquiry for sex trafficking.
Right. Nowhere in there, it didn't even have sex trafficking in the Homeland's release, in their statement. There was nothing even said about what they was doing. They just an ongoing investigation. That's it. But they threw on that extra sauce. You know, I was scrolling through my Twitter today. There was a post about it said KD assaults his girlfriend. Right?
He did?
KD assaults his girlfriend. Then in the picture of a girl beat up. Now, who are you thinking about when I say KD?
Kevin Durant. Exactly.
It wasn't Kevin Durant. It was a rapper named Ayo KD. They could have easily added the Ayo KD, but they knew just adding KD would be clickbait and get motherfuckers to read shit and think it's something that it's not. You know, that's what the media does. The media is business. Their business isn't telling you the news. The business is getting you to come back. It's getting you to think they got the most salacious shit going on. People
it's
just
really
shit.
It's really them blog sites, because a lot of them blog sites, they're not held to the
They're
same.
not credible.
Yeah. They're just posting stuff. That's why I unfollowed Shade Room so long ago. Like, I think I followed Shade Room when I was younger for probably a year or two, and then I unfollowed because I realized they would just post a bunch of misleading stuff all the time.
Right. You know, be aware of what you're reading. Look for the fact. You look at something, make sure the shit is real. look up the information about it. You know, that's what I always do. But you know what? Let's go ahead and jump into something a little more fun than that shit. The Freaknik documentary dropped last week.
Did you see it?
I checked it out. I was like, oh, this is interesting. But you know what? I ain't seen not one titty. There was no nipples, no ass out. Nobody was getting fucked on cars. It wasn't. Well, I guess they wasn't going to show that on Hulu. Hulu is a Disney company now, right? But it wasn't. It dropped. It wasn't the salacious shit everybody was hoping for. You know, you did see some wild stuff while some wild stuff was going on, but it was very documentary-ish. You know, they gave you like the complete history of Freaknik from the beginning to the middle when it was really popping, to the end when it was too crazy and it just had to be canceled, to when they tried to bring it back, you know? And I think Freaknik is a good example of how things change throughout generations. What words mean change throughout generations, though words really shouldn't change, but they do when you're fucking with black people, you know? Because Freaknik, when we think of Freaknik, we think of freaking off, right? We think of freaking off. But you know why they called it Freaknik?
Why?
Because there was a song back in the days. There was a dance called the Freak that was popping at the time. And they wanted to do a theme for spring break. So a little backstory. Freaknik was started because people was too broke to go home. They was going to HBCUs in Atlanta. They was too broke to go home. So they said, you know what? For those of us that's too broke to go home, or maybe we just don't want to go home because it's only a week, we're going to have our own little party here. They got together. They had a little barbecue picnic out at Piedmont Park. They said, you know what? It was DC Metro. It was like a club. It was like a DC Metro club. They threw a lot of parties. They organized a lot of shit. So they organized this Freaknik thing. They wanted a theme for it. They had a bunch of events going on, and their theme was the freak, the dance to freak. You know, freak out. You know, oh hey, you know, they were doing that shit. You know, and they said, yo, we need a theme. The theme is going to be the freak. So they had the freak for everything going on, the freak party, the freak this, the freak that. And then for the picnic, they said, yo, what we going to call it?
Freaknik.
They called it Freaknik. It was all good. First few years, just people out in Atlanta. But over time, word started spreading. Niggas is out in ATL having a party on spring break. Fuck Miami, fuck Daytona, fuck all them other places. We going to ATL. Shit just started taking off from there. Year after year, more incredible. And then it just got crazy. It got to just way too many guys coming out there, being mad disrespectful to women, feeling on their asses, grabbing them, groping them. You know, a couple of women got raped. You know, it became really out of control at one point. You know, in the 90s, it was pretty much all college. By the time the 2000s came, early 2000,
there's grown fucking men out there.
90s, 2000, grown ass men out there. Niggas my age, you know, in their 40s fucking out there and shit. You know, but I don't go to the beach out here at spring break. You know, but it was an interesting doc, but I saw no titties. I was a little disappointed I saw no titties. You know, did you see it, Beast?
Nah, I didn't even watch it yet, and that's so crazy. So some of these kids don't even know if they're gonna see their mama, even though on one of these reality shows, one of the woman's husbands was on there. He was seen in the Freaknik video.
You ever been to Freaknik, Beast? You ever been to Freaknik?
Nah, honestly, no.
I didn't go to Freaknik. I almost went one year. I think it was, but after looking at the documentary, I'm glad I didn't go that year. That was actually one of the worst years, they said. 96. 96 is when it really started getting crazy, you know? And I know some people that did go. They came back. They was telling me how crazy it was.
Said it was crazy.
They said it was crazy. They said it was crazy. But Freaknik was crazy to the point where you would go to Freaknik and not even have a hotel. You wouldn't even have a place to stay. One, because the place that would rent you a room was either sold out. And if there was places with rooms, they didn't want to rent, they didn't want to give them to you because you was a black person. They was all uppity white motherfuckers over there.
They was trying to,
you know. So there was people.
You got to remember, Atlanta's black, but business wise, the blacks have not taken over Atlanta in that form yet.
Right.
Of how you have a real business class of black people in Atlanta now. You know what I mean?
Right. But Freaknik, motherfuckers was renting RVs, going out there. Motherfuckers would rent U-Haul trucks. They would sleep in the U-Haul trucks. They just wanted to be there. You ever went somewhere, Bees, and didn't have a room? Never. Ever went out of town with no room?
Never.
Never?
Never.
I've gone places. I think who was it? I think it was like me, Rock, I think P. I forget where we went. I forget where the hell we went. But shit was packed, no rooms. We going anyway. Fuck it. We gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I've never.
We can't find a room. We gonna find some women that got some rooms. That's what we gonna do. You know. That's how niggas move sometimes.
I seen.
Yeah, I mean, boom. I'm the type of nigga though. If I get in that situation, I just need a decent place to shit and a decent place to take a shower. I'm all right. I'm dead ass.
YMCA.
MCA. Shit, no. What's wrong with Trish? Yeah? I'm domesticated, baby. I'm domesticated. I want you to do it. I'm domesticated.
Niggas dead ass went places and said, yo, my game is gonna figure this shit out.
That's crazy. I would not do that.
I don't go and do shit where I'm not too well, like I don't have something too well established to where I'm gonna stay. Cause I can't be staying with everybody. I don't like staying with everybody. It's just what it is. And it'd be nothing personal. I just know I got my own little,
I'm talking back in the days.
He's
20.
and tweeds with me.
I'm talking back in the days, 20s.
I'm still not doing that, yo.
Shit. Niggas,
I'm not going nowhere to hustle unless I got someplace decent to stay. Like, that's just me.
Niggas would definitely go places to have fun with no clue where they was gonna stay. All right, we going for the weekend. I don't know where we gonna stay, but we gonna figure that shit out.
Damn.
And I tell you what. Those were some of the most fun fucking times.
You figured it out.
Those be some of the most fun times.
Now I done been places and we all got to pile up in one spot. I done done that. Like where you ain't got. Listen, we all staying here, but you ain't gonna have no privacy. Nah, I done that before. But I ain't never went somewhere where damn, I'm gonna have to stay in the fucking car. Nah.
Yeah, worst case scenario. Yeah. You just did that shit before.
I mean, I'd probably do it if it came down to it. I'm not saying I don't have that, that wouldn't be but I've never just been in that position.
No. In my 20s, yeah. Pre-teens, late teens.
Not even my 20s. And I probably didn't go somewhere because I didn't have that established. You know what I'm saying?
I would.
My child does shit like that today.
Sometimes just
my child will wing it.
Sometimes you gotta wing it.
Listen, my child will wing it with. You know what? I'll be amazed. I'll be like, yo, my child try to act like she's not resourceful. She is resourceful when I think about it.
Yeah,
Because
winging it.
sometimes
When you
I
can
be
wing
like,
it,
yo,
bro, you are very resourceful. You just got to figure out how to put that shit to fucking work to where it could be really resourceful. You know?
mm-hmm.
Now, what about you,
Nah,
Trish?
because she done did some shit.
You think you would have went to Freaknik back in the days?
No. I didn't
No?
even sneak out to parties when I was in high school. I'm definitely not going to Freaknik. And I
So,
don't know, like,
so if Freaknik was today, you wouldn't go?
no. I don't want to see nobody
No, you
getting
couldn't.
joked on and
You couldn't have Freaknik today. You couldn't have Freaknik today. You know why? You know why Freaknik was possible? Freaknik was possible only because it was a time when you can actually go to a party and just see a woman dancing and then just walk up and start dancing on her.
You know they still do that today, right?
No, they don't. They call
Yes,
them
they
No,
movies.
do.
they don't.
As the youngest
No, they
person
don't.
on this show who
No,
was
they
in college
don't.
pretty recently, they still do that. As a matter
Yeah.
of fact, you go to a Caribbean party, them niggas will bend you over.
Oh,
That's
see, with that, see,
a
listen, that's Caribbean party.
Caribbean
That's
party is
different.
not a club.
That's different. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
That's
a
every
Caribbean
night.
party.
That's every day. You know what I'm saying? They party like that every day.
We're talking about just out. You go to a
Yeah.
bar, you go to a club, you go to a lounge. Nobody's dancing. Women go to places with their homegirls and dance with their homegirls. You think every group of girls in there is gay because they all dancing with each other. They don't want no niggas touching them or fucking with them or coming near them or whatever. Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, but what's stopping you from just asking a girl the same way that you would ask a girl out? Like, can you just ask her, "Hey, can we dance?" And
Hey, can I rub my dick up on your ass? Because that's how females see it nowadays. It's like, hey, can I rub my dick up on your ass?
No, you didn't have to say it
To
like
this
that.
music?
You could just be like, "Oh, do you
It's
want to
because
dance?"
women are dancing with their friends
So,
and they don't come out to dance with niggas.
I mean, some niggas I
They
don't
don't come
want
out
you
to
to dance.
dance with niggas.
Okay, to be fair, some guys I don't want you to dance with me because I've seen guys do some creepy shit on the dance floor that makes it so that I don't want to dance with a man when I go sometimes. Like, I had one friend, I had to like swat this guy's hand away because he was dancing with her and he kept trying to pull her skirt up.
I'm from an era where if I danced with the girl and my dick didn't get hard, she was offended. You know?
That's not my area.
Right. Exactly.
I don't want to feel your hard dick.
If I danced with a girl and my dick didn't get hard, they got offended.
To be
It
fair,
was like, you was on this and your dick ain't get hard. What's wrong with you?
You need to get mad at your fellow men because they have fucked it up for you. If there weren't so many creeps trying to assault people on the dance floor, more women would be open to it. Because I can tell you, again, from my experience, what put me off was seeing so many men try to either put their hands up your skirts and dresses and grab on your coochie, trying to lift your dress and skirt up, overly groping you, trying to grope your titty extra hard.
And this is why people don't dance.
Yeah, because niggas being creepy. You need to yell at these men.
Well, not just niggas being creepy, but it's everybody brings their past trauma into today.
Well, why would I keep doing the same thing if it's having the same result? Like, Khary, if you go into a parking lot, every time you go into that parking lot, somebody jump at you and flash their dick. Ah! You gonna keep going to that parking lot.
But that don't happen every time I go to the parking lot.
No, it doesn't happen to you, but I'm saying if it was, that's the equivalent. Every time you go somewhere and you see the exact same shit, after a while you'll be like,
why men don't dance on women no more. Because y'all think every man is creepy.
Because why would I not assume that? If that happened to me like 5 or 6 times, logically speaking, let's say you go in the woods, and every time you go in the woods, you always see a bear. Like at least 5 or 6 times out of the last 7 times that you went to the woods, a bear came out, slashed you in the face. You not gonna wear a helmet next time you be in the woods? You're not gonna.
I'm not going in the woods.
That too. I mean, obviously not going to woods, but maybe you had to.
I get slashed. Listen, I get slashed once. A bear tried to revelant me, and I survived. Right. Yeah, I'm not going in the forest, but I'm not going in the forest anyway because I feel like animals are supposed to be in the forest. I'm supposed to be in the city, like around buildings and stuff like that. Leave them alone. Get out their habitats, you know?
It's just the analogy, but I'm just saying you can't expect people not to want to change how they operate if they know that every time they do this specific thing, there's a very high possibility of somebody violating their privacy. So of course, people are going to move differently because of that. Like, do you think I like having to look over my shoulder at night when I'm walking to my car? No, it's very inconvenient.
I look over my shoulder every night.
Trish, you in a rough neighborhood?
I don't think I do. But
the news says it.
Not the news. The way my parents have reacted. These niggas think I stay in a crack house. I don't know what they think this neighborhood is.
I can't.
Khary, you've seen the neighborhood. It's not that bad. The most we get are domestic disturbances. I mean, yeah, the police definitely patrol around here like 3 times a day, but you know,
just 3
lunch and dinner. That's nothing.
Yeah, that's like
that could be a bare minimum.
that's really not that bad.
I mean, you know what's so crazy though? Would you rather not see no police?
Yeah, because
at all, like.
Yeah, I grew up in the suburbs.
3 times a day, shit. I'm saying they don't come around enough.
In the suburbs, the police do not be looking that hard at what you're doing. They don't give a fuck. So if I'm seeing increased police presence, that means they care what I'm doing. Listen,
let me tell you something. 3 times a day means that they do not care what you're doing. They're just making their presence felt. Like it's like, yeah, somebody gotta say. They say we don't do nothing, so we gotta at least roll around once or twice. And I figure if they see us in the morning, they see us in the afternoon, and they see us at night, they think there's somebody's doing something. You feel me? That's
yeah.
And they love to flash their lights late at night. Like at the beginning of the podcast, I had looked over because I realized they had their bright lights on again, just rolling around. No emergency, just the lights on.
Listen, but this is what I'm saying. Then you can't complain and say, "Oh, they're not doing that." They came by with the lights on the other night. You know what I'm saying? They're working. Yep. It doesn't matter. Like you got to really think about how, the actual constituents who are actually paying attention to that type of shit.
Yeah,
that shit works. Listen, us that don't even want to deal with them and all that. See. You want to see them less and less. You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to see that. So if you see them less and less, you as as long as ain't nothing going on, you're not going to complain. There's no complaints. But then you got this one motherfucker who cares about everything that goes on in the city limits, or at least what goes on around that motherfucker, because he ain't got nothing else better to do to look out the window. I look out the window and look at the cat, lick the milk out the bowl. Get what I'm saying? So he's going to be like, hey, they ain't got the fucking lights on when they come around. You know what I'm saying?
It's so stupid. It
is. It's all a gimmick.
Yeah, I don't think I live in a rough neighborhood. We just have a lot of
neighborhood's not rough. If they come around 3 times, that's not rough. Now when you see the motherfuckers every 5 to 10 minutes, you're in a rough neighborhood.
I mean, we do have I think 2 police officers that actually stay here now.
Stay in the complex?
Yeah.
So that's something different. Of course, you're going to see police activity because you have 2 cops that live there.
Yeah,
that's just only natural.
This year. I mean, they've always patrolled, but I think they just started living here, I want to say last year. So it's probably
how the hell did we get on the cops in patrolling?
I don't know. I think
Oh yeah, I wouldn't go to Freaknik. I am not a Freaknik girl. You want me to show up there and niggas is grabbing on me? No. Matter of fact, I'm
Trish,
leaving.
they might have grabbed you too. Yeah,
I'm short. Okay.
Yeah.
With a big butt.
Mm-hmm.
That screams target to niggas. That is
screams
terrible.
Target. She's stupid.
I'm serious.
It screams Target.
Niggas gonna come pick me up.
Oh shit.
And they're not gonna take me seriously. We would be like, let me go. They're not gonna take me seriously.
Yeah. Until you cock back. If you got the right cock back. It all depends on your cock back. Cause some niggas will be like, oh, okay, shorty ain't playing.
I can't even open a pickle jar. Okay. Let's just keep that in mind.
Good Jesus.
Don't
stop. Get it.
Let's get to move on. Let's get to move on. Let's jump over to this whole this Baltimore bridge collapse. If you're not aware, which I'm not sure how you're not aware, there was a ship that collided with the bridge in Baltimore and pretty much made the whole bridge collapse. I was watching some video. You can see the ship kind of lose power, then regain power, then lose power again before shortly crashing into the bridge, which the whole bridge collapsed. When I first saw the post, it said possible mass casualty event, bridge collapses, Baltimore, Maryland bridge. First thing I did was call my daughter, because my daughter lives out in Philly. Her boyfriend lives out in Baltimore. And I don't know if she might have been seeing the dude that night, driving home, getting ready for work or something. I don't know I made sure she was all right. I called up.
Got you.
She said, I'm good. I was like, God, I'm glad you're good. But I was watching the
time. She don't even go across that bridge?
No, she didn't go across that bridge. But she said her boyfriend drove across that bridge every day to go to work.
Oh shit.
But he's fine. But he was good because this happened like late in the middle of the night. Yeah, I haven't seen reports on how many people was possibly killed. I saw they did pull 2 people out the water. I did see one report where the ship kind of contacted, I guess, the Coast Guard or somebody and said they was having problems with the ship. They lost control. They was losing power or something. And they said some people might have been able to like block traffic to prevent a whole bunch of cars going over. As I was watching the video, I could see the lights of vehicles going across the bridge, right? But like maybe like 10 seconds before it crashed, I didn't really see any more vehicle lights going across the bridge. So they might have been able to stop vehicles from being on the bridge when it actually did collapse. They did say, though, that there was workers on the bridge, possibly, that might have gone into the water as well. Is that 2 of the people that they pulled out? I'm not sure.
I said about 6 or 7.
What's that? What you said, Beast?
It was like 6 or 7 construction workers on the bridge. I said it was like 6 or 7 construction workers on the bridge.
Got you.
Working.
Got you. And yeah, and that whole bridge collapse, it collapsed like it was a toy. Like you know how easily Legos fall apart? That's what the bridge looked like when that ship hit it. I saw some people on Twitter saying the bridge shouldn't have fell that easily. Well, for those with that mind state, this was a shipping container ship, full, 943 feet long, over 100,000 tons.
Which is 200 million pounds.
Right. Going, I'm not sure how fast it was going, but it crashed into it with enough force to make that one support beam fall. Notice that was a support beam that it hit. That one support beam made that one piece fall. Everything is connected across that extension bridge. The ends, those were intact. But the actual bridge portion, suspended above the water, collapsed. And they say that's one of the weak points with bridges like that, and that's why they don't really make bridges like that going across large bodies of water anymore in that manner. The Skyway Bridge out here in Tampa was hit once before, back in like 1980, something like that, collapsed. They rebuilt it, and that's why it's the Skyway Bridge now, and it's so high because a ship ran into it. So they made it high enough to where you got to be a really big ass ship to not go underneath this motherfucker. That's one of the highest bridges I've been on. It's one of the few bridges I've been on, and I'm like, this bridge makes me a little nervous.
I've never been on it, nor will I be on it. I'm good.
This shit is called the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. That shit's high, yo. What's your thoughts on this? Some people thought this might have been a Texas act or some shit like that, or China tried to do something, though it was a Singapore ship that it was owned, which is a totally different country from China, by the way.
Yeah, I think it was just a classic case of this was
Yeah,
old
like my
infrastructure.
pops said,
What's that, Bees?
go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying.
My pop said, yo, he ain't trying to be what you call it. Go ahead, Trish.
Okay.
Spit your shit.
You good,
Alright.
Bees?
Yeah, because what's going on?
I know this nigga Bees
Yeah.
started. You started a
Yeah, I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Hey, yo, Trish, go ahead. I'm like, what?
All right. So yeah, I feel like this is just a classic case of old infrastructure that probably badly needed to be, updated, and because like you said, it collapsed so easily because everything's connected, and that's why they don't build bridges like that anymore. And then also, it's just a big ass ship. It's just a big ass ship that hit this bridge. It's very heavy. Of course, it's gonna make things fall apart. Why would it be a conspiracy? It's just a big ass ship that hit
Because
something.
people online love to come up with conspiracy theories, love to come up with ideas. But you know what I think they love more than to come up with ideas? I think they love to be the first to come up with an idea.
Yeah.
First to say something.
I called it.
The first to have
first
a
to
thought.
conspire.
Yes. Yes.
To
The
conspire.
first to conspire.
To come up with the people. This must be somebody inspiring.
Conspire. I'm ignorant.
Back up from your mic,
Conspire.
Did you buy something new?
I know the word is conspire. Oh.
Did you buy something new?
Yo, I've been fucking with this Mike Tyson shit. This Mike Tyson shit is everything. You heard? Well, we're smoking these Mike Tyson dynamite cookies. Oh my god. I've been having fun with this shit. You heard?
Yeah, you might want to chill.
My birthday. My birthday. Nah, but for real though, with the bridge, I think this is just a deployed plan to get a new bridge.
Well, they needed it, and now they got I'm sure there's insurance on it as well. It's probably
easy way to get a new bridge. Easiest way to get a new bridge.
Why do you think it was a plan to get a new bridge?
Yo, because listen, this world is dirty, yo. Like my dad, my pops was like, he was like, I normally don't go in with this type of stuff and say nothing. He like, but there's something funny about this one right here. You know what I'm saying? He's like, from all the angles he didn't look at, because everybody's got a video.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be so amazing that people be taping at these times that they had enough for the bridge, the boat's gonna hit the bridge.
I believe that was CCTV.
Yeah, and the boat they've been calling out for help beforehand.
Okay.
Before they hit the bridge, they had already alert authorities, let them know that the ship was losing power.
And the ship also had gotten to another accident last year.
How long was that alert?
It would have been long enough for them.
How long was that alert though?
Did
they have 45 minutes before it hit the bridge?
I'm unclear on the time, but it had to
be
be long
they
enough.
They didn't have no I don't know where it was, because they didn't have no other tugboats and nothing to try to divert, because there's boats and shit like that they got for situations like that.
I mean, it may have been possible that
you know what I'm saying? Tugboat ain't gonna do nothing for that shit.
I'm just wondering.
That was a shipping container ship.
Nah, you have to use
200.
Now you need multiple tugboats.
You
need multiple tugboats. They have tugboats.
The container ship wasn't out to sea yet. It was passing under the bridge. So maybe they can't get the tugboats until they're a little further out.
It was 2 o'clock in the morning. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. People got to get up out of bed, drive, put their clothes on, drive over there, get in the boat, start up, then try to get there. Even with 45 minutes to an hour, you're probably not going to have the manpower you need to stop that and on the water.
All right. What happened to the anchor? What happened to the anchor?
The anchors.
Now, I'm not saying the
Drop
anchor
an
was going to
anchor
want
like
the anchor
that,
to
though.
slow some of that down.
When the
The
boat,
anchor's not going to stop you. It's
Yeah.
the anchors. The anchor is to keep you still. It's not to stop you. The anchor's not going to stop you. You know, because in order for the anchor to stop you, there got to be like hard rocks at the bottom for the anchor to grab onto. The anchor, if they drop the anchor in that depth of water, is probably just going to be dragging along dirt on the bottom of the ocean where they was at. But it's probably not that deep, and that doesn't have rocks and shit to grab onto. That's, you know what I mean?
Strong and I got you. I just,
Because of the weight.
Listen, I don't know much about boating.
Size of that ship. Because of the weight and size of that ship. You know? But shit, let's go ahead and move on, though. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's jump into our last topic. This whole from this whole Baltimore bridge collapse. The mayor of Baltimore, he made he had some things to say about the bridge collapse, and some people took to Twitter and was quick to say, look at Baltimore's new DEI mayor. It's like, you know what? That sounds a bit niggerish.
it does.
Sound like they want to say nigga.
They do.
It kind of feel like this whole DEI is nigga. Especially the way a lot of states now are trying to get away with any DEI, which for those diversity, what's the second word?
Equity and inclusion.
Equity and inclusion. I was trying to figure out. I knew it wasn't exclusion. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, which pretty much means give everybody the same opportunities that they're qualified for. You know? But for some reason, I wasn't going to say Republicans. I'm not even going to say Republicans. I'm going to say racists love to use DEI to describe people of color in positions they don't think they have any right being in.
Yep.
And that's what seems to be going on here with this mayor, who was elected by the people, ran in front of these people, and then people say, you know what? You're going to be our motherfucking mayor. But nah, these racists are going to say, you know what? This DEI mayor.
And they were trying to imply that it was almost like it was the fault of having a black mayor that led to this.
Right. They really tried to. This happened on your watch. It's your fault. That shit.
Like he had nothing to do with a ship from Singapore.
Right.
But he had nothing to do with a ship that lost power from Singapore.
Exactly. But it's saying because you have this DEI mayor, that's exactly what they tried to imply. Because you have this DEI mayor, this nigga mayor, this happened. They lost the whole goddamn bridge. And now Joe Biden did say, hey, the federal government's going to pay to replace this bridge.
That's pretty cool. To make sure that people have that major infrastructure that they need.
Right.
But, that's crazy. If racists are going to go tit for tat, like look at what happened under black people's watch, white people would lose.
Trish, but hold on. What I told you, didn't I tell you? We need a new bridge, and we're gonna bring the jizzes. We're gonna bring the, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring the jizzaboo for it. You know what I'm saying?
I know what he's saying.
Understand what I'm saying to you?
He said jizzaboo?
I said they need a new bridge. Yeah, and they need this little, this little jizzaboo to blame it on. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
I ain't rolling with that. I
don't know how I feel. But like I said, if race is going to go tit for tat, if we're going historically speaking about tragedies happening under someone's watch, white people will lose that battle.
Right?
So I don't think we should be doing that because it's not fair to everybody.
I'll tell you what, I do feel like I do feel like there's like a war on diversity, equity, and inclusion. You know, there's been about 40 anti-DEI bills targeting higher education institutions, government jobs, state entities, all since like 2022. Since 2022, this has been going on.
It's not a war on DEI, it's a war on Black people.
Right, but they're using DEI for that. You know, it started in Texas and Florida. They really started pushing it. So you know what? You can't hire based off of this. You can't teach shit based off of this.
That's crazy because you can't.
Why you can't teach stuff based off of it?
Because they're afraid that they're gonna make little white children feel bad.
Right.
Oh, poor me.
Let's see,
feel bad about what?
Oh, slaves.
Well, I mean, why? This is my whole thing.
There's now legislation banning DEI initiatives have been signed into law in Florida, Texas, North Dakota, Tennessee, and North Carolina. So let's see. Texas law prohibiting DEI offices, and that's for state and government jobs. Also, that which includes schools.
You can't even teach American history without mentioning DEI.
Yeah,
Like,
Don Lemon recently had an interview with Elon Musk, where Elon Musk was talking about we should get rid of DEI.
He's a colonizer.
And his first thing to say on why DEI shouldn't be around is because he says, why are we going to lower standards? Lower standards for what? Nobody said anything about lowering standards. Oh, you see, you saying we should lower standards is exactly why we need DEI, because you automatically assumed a person of color is not as qualified as a person that's white. That's pretty much what that statement says to me. If we got to have diversity, equity, and inclusion, then we got to lower standards. Why would you have to lower standards? Diversity, equity, and inclusion isn't because people aren't qualified. It's because people aren't going to hire people of color that are qualified because they're people of color. But that's hard for racists to see.
You know, like a significant portion of Elon's companies, or at least for Twitter /X, whatever, were like non-white people from other countries. They were immigrants working here.
Yeah.
That's really crazy that he would say that. Also, he's an immigrant working here.
I believe it's the new N-word.
It started off with wokeness, like when Ron DeSantis declared a war on woke. So silly. We're really just talking about Black people and gay people. DEI is targeted for Black people and gay people, and everybody that overlaps in those two.
Yeah.
Because if anything, we get more than
anything Black is a threat. Anything Black is a threat. Look at the Air Force Ones. You know? You wear black Air Force Ones, you're a fucking killer. But everything is a fucking everything Black is a threat. Everything Black is a threat, especially the people. But they love our music.
Keep making that dancing music.
And they love our dances.
They love
our dances.
They love our food.
Yeah.
No, they don't. They love a bland version of our food.
Nah, when they go to the soul food restaurant, they'll kill some shit. But first, they got to get to a soul food restaurant.
Yeah, I seen them kill some shit. Yeah. Listen. You should see him in Harlem. You hear me? You should see him in Harlem.
Very different now. They didn't used to be in Harlem.
Listen, they outpopulate the black people and shit.
They didn't used to be in Harlem.
Yeah, but now they let all the.
But you know what's crazy though? Back in the 90s, everybody said that's what's happening. They used to have brownstones used to be so cheap in Harlem. Nobody wanted to buy them and spend the money to fix them up. And the white people started buying them, fixing them up. That ain't $1 million homes.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
You know, a plot line in the original Sex and the City show was that Miranda's character, she was married to Steve. They had their baby. They're trying to figure out where they're going to raise this baby at. And she's trying to find good houses that, she can afford because Steve has no money and is broke. But she's like, okay, what's a good house, that we can live in? And she says Brooklyn. And all her friends look at her like, girl, are you fucking crazy?
Yep.
And now, in this new show, and just like that, she has $1 million home.
In Brooklyn.
Yep.
Now is the place to be.
But beforehand, everybody was turning their nose up at it, like Brooklyn.
Early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Brooklyn was like, you ain't want to go to Brooklyn if you ain't know Brooklyn. Even if you knew Brooklyn, you was like, I'm gonna be on the swivel while I'm in Brooklyn.
Crazy.
When I was a kid, Brooklyn is probably the one borough I've been to the least outside of Staten Island. And whenever I went to Brooklyn, I felt I had to be a little bit more aware than anywhere else in New York. What you doing over there, Bees?
Being high.
Sorry, I had to grab something. No, I'm sorry, I had to grab something.
You're supposed to grab that after you unmuted, before you unmuted the mic, I mean.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Brooklyn was definitely the place I had to look at. I would go to and be extra aware about.
See, I don't like being nowhere where I got to be extra aware. Sometimes I want to go somewhere where I feel safe enough to lollygag,
Which,
feel like I could stand around for a minute.
Like back in the days when I used to watch The Cosby Show, I used to say to myself, what part of Brooklyn do these motherfuckers live in? Because they look like they living. Well, they ain't got no violence going on. Ain't nobody ever said nothing about, such and such got shot, or you never heard no gunshot. You never heard no police calls. You never heard nothing. And I was like, what part of Brooklyn is this? They had white neighbors. I was like, what part of Brooklyn is this? The white neighbors didn't hate them. What part of Brooklyn was this? Because in Brooklyn, there was a white part of Brooklyn, but that white part of Brooklyn, if you was not white, you didn't go in that part of Brooklyn.
Well, maybe Dr. Huxtable had delivered some of their babies. And so the white people was like, you all right by us.
Claire might have defended a couple of them. You never know.
Well, I think wasn't she like a family court lawyer or something?
I don't know what kind of attorney Claire Huxtable was.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
I wish they talked about her cases more because I did not care about delivering them babies.
I'm going to look that up. What kind of lawyer was... So professional Claire works as a partner at the Bradley, Greentree, and Dexter law firm in New York City, specifically as a legal aid attorney. What the fuck is a legal aid attorney?
Oh, maybe those are the people that companies have to consult with before they, to make sure they're following the laws with their policies and stuff. Maybe that's it. What's it say?
If you have a civil legal problem but cannot afford to hire a private lawyer, you may have access to the legal system through your local legal services, legal aid organization, which
Oh,
provide free or low-cost legal services to people with low incomes.
oh, so like
Yeah.
almost like pro bono.
How the fuck does she make money? How do those lawyers
Well,
make money?
the law firm pays her to do this, and I'm pretty sure they get money back tax season for donating services.
So they're a law firm that does a lot of other shit,
Yeah,
and she's the lawyer that does the pro bono shit.
yeah.
Got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. And all of her time, they bill at the same rate. They don't give these people a discount. They just don't charge them, and then they write all of that off
Yeah.
taxes. Makes sense. Smart. You know.
And
Yeah,
they probably
listen,
still make the money back on winning the cases, right? Because if it's, you know,
potentially. Maybe.
it's just not a loss if they lose the case.
Yeah, possibly. I'm not sure if they'll take a cut. They might take a cut.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
I wish they talked about her job more on the show. Like, actually went into it. Y'all remember that episode where Vanessa was mad at her parents for having money? And she was like, it's your fault that they're calling me rich girl at school.
Yeah.
That was such a funny episode.
Yeah. Yeah, but I always did wonder what part of Brooklyn they lived in. I guess I could Google that too, huh?
Maybe they lived around the edge between the white part and the black part. I don't know. We can't hear you.
What's that?
I think they lived in Park Slope.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to say like Park Slope or something like that.
Brooklyn Heights, New York. At 10 Stigwood Ave. That's what it says they lived at.
Well, Brooklyn Heights is a real place, so
Maybe.
Oh shit, guess what? Let's see. It was not quite top questions playing New Yorkers. Why does my son blah blah blah? Blah 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 blah.
Who's AC just kicked
the whole goddamn list. I don't know, but you know what? That's pretty much all we got for the night, though.
I have a quick question for y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you go to the beach.
No, I don't go to the beach. Go ahead.
But if you were at the beach, obviously you got your toes out. You need swim trunks.
My toes would be inside of a pool.
Well, I mean, you're at the beach. You gotta walk around in the sand a little bit.
Right. I learned the best thing to do when you go to the beach. I don't like the sand. So you go to the beach with an inflatable pool. And you sit the inflatable pool on the beach, you pump it up. Now you got this whole barrier blocking the sand from attacking you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That actually is smart. So I was gonna say, what would you do if somebody just ran up to you, pushed you on the ground, you fell down, they immediately grab your foot, suck your big toe, and then they run off? Are you running after them or not?
Wait, what? Say that again.
Okay, so you're walking around on the beach, some random guy comes up to you, pushes you on the ground, immediately grabs up your foot, sucks your big toe, and then runs off. Would you chase after that person?
No, because he's not going to make it that far. Have you ever seen my big toe? He's not making it that far. He's going down.
I'm going to chase him down and I'm gonna fuck with him while I'm chasing him down. And I'm gonna say, hey, do it again.
Man.
I'm joking. But he would have a sandy mouth, wouldn't he? Did that happen to you? Did somebody do that to you?
No, but someone did suck my toes at a party one time.
Did you like it?
Did you like it?
Unexpectedly.
Yo, you look like you like that type of shit.
I do.
You look like he'd be like, yo, go wash some things. He'd be like, all right.
He didn't even ask me to wash my toes. I've been wearing socks and boots that whole day.
Wait, that's socks and boots.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Was your feet sweaty? Did you have a little bit of sock? Did you have a little bit of sock lint between your toes?
I don't know.
I
did actually. Yeah, I did. He sucked them. Man, he sucked them toes like he was sucking dick. I was like, what?
Oh my God.
No, you know what's so crazy?
Did you tell him that?
Time out.
No.
Time out on the play.
What's that?
Now I gotta think about it. Like what's it? Because her phrase is like, her shit is out of order. But I don't know what that's like.
So basically,
he was sucking toes. Like he was sucking. Wait, she said he was sucking toes like he was sucking dick.
Let me get my charger real quick.
Have you ever gave head to a girl with a big clit?
Yeah, I had a peanut M&M in my life.
Did it make you feel a little weird? Did you be like, this is a little big for a clit?
I don't know, but she was big too.
I had a small woman that had a big clit. She was small.
Okay. Yeah, see, that probably would look weird to me.
What?
So it was juicy though.
A slim joint with a big clit.
That made me like big clits though.
Some people have enlarged clitoris where their clitoris actually sticks out more than normal.
Listen, okay, you know what's so crazy though? The bigger the clit, the more stimuli a female is. It's those ennies. It's those ennies that's the problem.
Yeah. I felt like I could hit her clit and that should go.
Yeah. And that probably took her to somewhere else where you like chicks don't be acting like that, and she's acting like that because she's got the fucking, you know what I'm saying? She's got the what as you call it. She got the door stopper. She got the rubber door stopper.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, God damn, that's a big ass clip.
But yeah, they say that doctors say that it's more, the bigger the clit, the more stimuli she is down there.
Chick clit so big, you almost got to throat her.
Oh shit! Whoa! What a bar!
You deep throat? You deep throat?
Oh shit!
Hey, some women got clits. You might have to.
Listen, time out. Let me tell you something. If it has like a certain size coming out, you there's a point where you're gonna have to slow down, because if she's got like a joint and it's like that for, see, that's like a mini dick. I don't know how far you get like
some people have it sticking out more than that.
No, that's a hermaphrodite.
No, hermaphrodite has both parts. Has an actual penis and vagina. But you're talking about a point.
And listen, at a point, if like I said, if it's past the first finger, the first piece of the finger, you hear me? Anything other past that is a little dick. I don't care what the says. That's what I've heard. Yeah. So you're gonna tell me she got a clit, and this, God forbid, it doesn't even stick straight.
Yo,
It
some
has a
women
little
got
curve.
some big clits, yo.
I've seen some big clits, but
Yeah, yeah.
I've never seen one like that. Just
Dang.
like you, it's different types of lips out there and all that. Some
You can
chicks got
massage, you
drapes.
can all massage all underneath that shit. Like,
You heard me? You
Oh,
heard me?
which by the way,
Some chicks got drapes.
which by the way, do y'all see a difference in my fingers?
Yeah.
A little bit. I think
One looks
this
like
finger
one's
is
longer than the other.
I'm talking about
this
the
one
pinky.
is yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's bigger than the other.
Like this one kind of has like a dip in it.
This one's smaller and this
Yeah.
one's bigger.
Okay.
Like this one goes straight across, right?
Mm-hmm.
This
That
one
one has a dip in it. Got it.
has a dip in it. What do y'all have?
What this? What he got me doing? I hope there ain't no dumb shit behind this.
How do you hold your phone?
With my ring holder.
You got the super huge phone on the side, huh? You got your. Sometimes I'd be like this on my phone. I've noticed I'd be like this on my phone.
Like this. You see that? Y'all see that right there?
I have
That's how I hold
small
my phone.
hands.
See how I hold my phone?
You got the girly thing.
Yeah, I got the girly thing. Fuck it. I don't give a
Girly
fuck.
thing.
I do not drop this motherfucker. I ain't dropping this bad boy. Fuck it.
B has got the clumsiness of this shit.
Right
Yeah, I've read up. It's actually
She's 1,300.
The way people use. We're all gonna have
dropping it.
Our fingers are soon gonna mutate. Our fingers are soon gonna mutate.
To what? We're gonna get tentacles and shit?
To have a hook to hold your phone more.
Like, okay, I think I see the
Why?
curvature.
Because that's basically what people are doing.
Yeah, because a lot of people are starting to hold their phones like this, which is starting to shape your finger a little bit to accommodate your phone. You know, whereas
So
now
we'll all have this.
Right, that and be like this, and we'll start more hunched because now we're all looking at our phones. Yeah.
Well, we should be looking up at the sun.
That's
more.
why I like to practice good posture. Whenever I remember, like I always try to like.
We got us designed to even look away from the sun when we should look at the sun more. For real, for real.
Yo, Case, what
No,
up?
you
What
should
up?
not.
Yo, just like
not
Superman. You heard?
directly at the sun.
Not directly at the sun, but we supposed
Have
to.
sun rays bless your body.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, from head to toe. We just like Superman. I don't give a fuck what motherfuckers are saying. We just like Superman. We need the sun. Just like we need the grass. Like there's sometimes where you need to just take your shoes off and walk in the grass. I know it sounds crazy. Now listen, I know it sounds crazy, but you like you're supposed to do shit like that. We ain't supposed to just be walking on concrete and shit like that on some regular shit. Like
I walk in the grass with some slides.
Grass though.
I walk in the grass with them. Something that grass.
Man, it's the earth. Ain't shit gonna happen to you. Don't say no fucking thorns and sticker bushes and shit up in there. You all right? I ain't telling you to run across the yard. We ain't got the kunta. We ain't designed with the kunta shit.
I'm a New York nigga that's wore shoes my whole life.
No, I get it.
I ain't never went outside in New York and had my shoes off unless I was at Orchard Beach, and now I hate sand.
No, I didn't sat on a bench in the back of a 5 or 2 where there's no concrete and been out there barefooted. That's just the savage in me, but you know.
I mean, people
I got too many allergies. I actually get hives.
I can't. That's it. She said I got too many allergies.
I do. There's like one tree. I do not remember the name of it, but I'm deathly allergic to it. But it's cool because I don't go in the woods anyways. So I can't do the.
Yeah, because a bear might scratch your face.
Bear might scratch your face.
No, I literally break out all over. You know, I found I was allergic to sheep, and I had.
So you can't even wear coochie?
Ah,
No.
no sheepskin jackets for you. No sheepskin
God
coat.
damn,
Sheepskin coats are
that's
dope.
crazy. The Trish doesn't need. She lives in Florida. She would never need a sheepskin.
Unless she goes to visit New York or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's about
I
it.
went
that
I
might
went
be
somewhere where they had
something. Would that be considered role playing?
What?
what?
If you had your girl wear like a sheepskin coat
Are you a furry?
And some
and
Tims.
then you fuck her with
Are
just the
you a
sheepskin
furry?
coat on?
It
And then
was like
you,
a. Is
and you
that
tell
like
her
a bestiality
and when you
Yeah, are
fantasy?
you a
Something like what are you
furry?
talking about?
and you tell her when I smack your ass, you say,
Bah.
That's some,
Stupid ass
there's
motherfucker.
nothing
Man.
wrong with being a furry, but that is what you
would
probably
I
be.
be the furry or would she be the furry?
You would for liking
Why
that
would I
shit,
be the
man.
furry?
Cause you like the
For wanting to
bah.
fuck a
Cause
goat
you
or a
like the
sheep. Yeah,
bah. Yeah. You be the furry like in the little bit of bestiality.
yeah,
Bah.
you getting off on her
Bah.
being dressed up like
Yeah.
an
Now,
animal.
okay, let me ask this. Do furries ask their partners to shave?
Probably not, depending on the animals they like.
Then I can't be a furry.
So
Then I
maybe
can't
if
be a
they like
furry.
more.
Because I do not like it furry. I do not like it furry. I'm just saying.
Well, wait a minute. People shear sheep all the time,
Yeah.
so you could be shearing her sheep right beforehand.
And I guess sheepskin coats are kind of like a sheared sheep, huh?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and you take it off of her.
Mm-hmm.
Now she nice.
Now you got a naked sheep.
Exactly. In the nude.
Give me my sheepskin coat. We ain't
Yeah.
fucking on this sheepskin
Do
coat.
y'all rock
Crazy.
with?
You know how
do
much I
y'all-
paid for this? But how much? I imagine sheepskin coats are crazy expensive nowadays.
Probably pay about a good 8, maybe even 1,000.
Yeah, because I looked at the price of Averex leathers.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
just
they're
like
damn near
$1,200.
there.
It's just like $1,200.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn! I should have racked up when them shits was in Burlington.
Yo,
It was in
fam.
Burlington, like 175 in Burlington, like about 2005, 2006. You can go to Burlington and get yourself an Averex for like fucking $125. You know, because that was at the point where probably maybe like 2007 when the baggy shit started getting out of here.
Mm-hmm.
The baggy shit started getting out of here. People wasn't really fucking with Averex like that. I should have copped some. I got the Averex.
Should just copped all the small sizes, but the smallest the size, you probably could have copped and been all right.
Yeah, if I would have copped it, I probably would have copped like a 2X, 3X. Right now, I should have been 2. I'd have been selling them shit to fat.
Because back in the days, you would have been trying to cop like a 4X, some real outrageously bulky shit.
Yeah. I got leather in my jacket in my closet right now. I don't wear because it's I think it might be a 2X. And I got no business wearing a 2X leather jacket. I actually wore it for my photo shoot, actually. That throwback photo shoot I did recently. Let me throw in this leather. This shit's big enough for the early 2000s, late 90s type shit. Huh?
I think I would have been styled if I was in that time period. I would have been so stylish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why you say that? Yo, you know what I'm gonna tell you, Trish. You probably would, and I'm Khary. Just go with me here, but I think Trish's look, she would have had the doodle braids. Then she would have went with the doodle braids, right?
Mm-hmm.
She would have some.
Tell her what doodle braids are.
Those they're like, well, I guess y'all would call them box braids now.
Oh, why y'all calling them doo-doo braids?
Because you had the skinny ones, and then you had the big round ones, the big ones. And there was a lot of brown hair back in the day, so called doodle braids. But anyway, it's a New York thing. But anywho, I think Trish would have had the door knockers. She would have had the high-tech boots.
She would have been rocking. She would have been rocking cross colors.
Definitely cross.
She would have been rocking cross colors.
Definitely cross colors.
Yeah, I
Cross
can see.
colors.
Yo,
cross colors.
yo,
Definitely.
yo, with the LL mushroom hat, brother.
The Kango?
Nah, it wasn't a Kango.
The Kango hat?
Nah, he had the LL had a couple of hats. He had the Kango. He had after he got the operation, he had the visor. And then he used to have this hat that he wore in a round-the-way girl.
And door knockers are earrings.
Yeah, door knockers are earrings.
They look like
Yeah, I
door
know. Yeah, I know the shape like this.
knockers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With high tech boots.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the high tech boots were kind of high too. They came up to like mid calf.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had me a couple of pair of them high tech.
I would have had a jean skirt.
Nah, you would have overalls. You would have
The
overalls.
top and the big jacket.
And she would have had a jean skirt too, and overalls.
My daddy had overalls.
And she would have had a
My dad had overalls.
It's all about what would you have? Would you have Tommy? Would you
Now,
have
check it out.
Oshkosh Gosh?
This is what she definitely would have had. She would have had a t-shirt with her face drawn on it, with her name around it, and all in like graffiti.
Airbrushed.
Airbrushed, yes. Definitely would have had her face airbrushed cartoon style, you know, with her name with some stars on it, you know, and some clouds around there.
Yeah, that sounds dope. I should get that done to a pair of jeans.
Throwback? Yeah, I had some
throwback,
jeans.
some Beast Buddha airbrush jeans, yeah.
I had Mickey
Come
Mouse
through with a dumb big ass cuff at the bottom.
I had Mickey Mouse.
You got too much
I
jeans.
Mickey Mouse on my jeans, but that's actually that might have been my first business, yo.
It was
drawing on people's clothes.
It was.
Yeah.
Well, you was the only. I feel like you was the only one in the hood for a minute doing that.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Just decided one day, let me just draw this on my jeans.
Yeah.
Next
I ain't even have an
could,
airbrush. I was painting them shits, yo.
Yo, you could do mine?
I was painting them shits.
I give you $20. You could do mine? Yo.
Yep. I was doing niggas shit. And then it just got to a point I was like, you know what? This is a lot of work for this money. You know? I'm like, and it was a lot of work for the amount of money I was getting. I wasn't charging niggas enough, you know? Yeah. But niggas didn't have the money I should have been charging. You know what I'm saying? I should have been charging like $50, $60 to $70, maybe more. But nobody had that fucking money. Like, you know, let me do this. Drawing, paint, but I had the drawing.
Your profit was probably $3.
I had to paint
after the paint.
I had to buy the supplies, you know. Now, granted, the paint would last me quite a few pair, you know. But I had to figure out what type of paint do I need to get to put on these people's clothes. It's not going to come off when they wash them. It's not going to get hard and start cracking. Because first years I did on my own, washed them a couple times. That paint started getting hard and started looking like it was fucking cracked all up. That shit was breakdancing and shit, you know? That shit from looking smooth, that shit started looking. Mickey Mouse ears started having like mad. You could see the jeans in between the cracks.
That's only because you didn't know about airbrushing. If you knew about airbrushing, then they would have never even.
I knew about airbrushing. I just ain't had the money for the airbrush shit.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah. Wasn't no wish then.
Yeah, it wasn't like today. First, you had to figure out where you can go get this airbrush machine from. I would go to the store looking through Mad magazines, like not the Mad magazine, but a lot of magazines, trying to figure out where the fuck can I get an airbrush. I don't even know where to go looking for an airbrush. You know, just had to figure it out.
You search through the Sears catalogs.
They ain't had no
Nah.
goddamn airbrush. I
Good, yo.
had to find some weird shit that had an airbrush in it. And then the airbrush they had was a piece of shit airbrush system, you know? My nigga he had got an airbrush, but he just got the airbrush. He didn't have the compressor. But me and we were some sciencey little niggas. Figured out, Figured out, you know what? The machine, the compressor, that's just a compressor. You know, there's a compressor inside your asthma machine. Your breathing machine has a compressor in it.
No, y'all niggas did.
Yeah. You know, and you know what? That tube that goes up to the mask you put on your face, it's just the right size. It ain't had as much pressure as the other compressor, but guess what? It had enough air to get out that motherfucker. And this is how niggas in the hood use what they had to do what they needed to do.
Yo, today people ain't that resourceful, yo.
Figure it out.
What are you talking about? There's all kinds of DIY channels. People love DIY projects.
Yeah, back then there wasn't none. I couldn't find this information nowhere. I had to just figure it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know how much shit I broke trying to figure out? I took apart my Atari. I took apart video games. I took apart TVs that were sitting by the dumpster. Figured out they had these bulbs in it I could take, and it just sounded like firecrackers when you threw them and they bust. It didn't bust like a bottle. It's just
Just like the light bulbs in the hallway.
All the old people get scared. Oh, we used to violate.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I'm not. Some of the stuff we did, I'm not proud of all of it. I'll tell you.
Yo, you know how people play ding dong ditch?
Yeah.
We took that shit to like the next level. One, we lived in apartment buildings, right? There's like 8 apartments on a floor, right? So we started off kicking doors and running.
Kicking?
Yeah, kicking doors and running.
Now what you gonna do if Joe Goldberg chases you?
Then niggas went extreme. One day somebody said, hey, let's take the light bulbs out. The niggas took all the light bulbs on the floor. They took all the light bulbs out. And now, niggas was a little more bolder too. And now niggas would not only kick all the doors, niggas would kick all the doors, go into the elevator, hold the elevator, wait till somebody opens their door, and then everybody would throw the light bulbs out the elevator. Into the
that is dangerous.
Pow, 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 pow. Now, going out the elevator.
Then there used to be like this smoke. They used to come out these light bulbs too. Yeah. You forgot to tell about the smoke, the little lime dust or whatever used to come out the bucket.
Because these wasn't the screw bulbs. These wasn't the screw bulbs. These were the long fluorescent bulbs. We was unscrew them shit. Niggas did stupid shit as kids. Niggas did stupid shit. Now, some of our peoples would hold a grudge against some people. You know? Don't say something to them wrong one day, or you didn't hold the elevator for them, or you just said something slick to them. They're like, you know what? Let's go to the 8th floor. What's on the 8th floor? You know what? Let's just go to the 8th floor. We're going to kick doors and dip. We're going to take all the bulbs out. But this time, before we run in the elevator, everybody throw your bulbs at that one door. Yo, niggas really did dumb shit. You know, I'm not gonna tell you what niggas used to do after the skate key, you know, because I witnessed it. I wasn't a part of it. I always thought it was nasty. But unfortunately, I failed stopping people from doing it.
What did y'all do? You need a whooping.
Oh, I'm not even gonna say. I'm not gonna say it publicly. I'm not gonna say it publicly.
I didn't partake in this shit.
I'm not gonna say it publicly. You know.
I
But on that
definitely
note,
feel I did not partake in this shit.
Y'all need whoopings, cause what?
Bees knows what I'm talking about too. I'll tell you when we get off. You know.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Is violated.
Yeah, violation. But you know what? On that note, that's what we got for tonight. Be back next week. Interesting week, you know. But with that being said, may the rest of your week be great. Do your best to stay sucker free. And keep a smile on your face, baby. We's out.
Khary's crib.
Dopest.
Khary's crib.